Tens of thousands of colored yarns are churned out in this factory every year before they're supplied to garment factories and turned into clothes. But Western brands such as H&M and Adidas no longer source the cotton from this factory. Aksu Huafu Textiles, part of Shenzhen-listed Huafu Fashion, was placed on the United States Entity List in May 2020 over alleged human rights violations and abuses.
Business seems to be as usual here inside Huafu's facility. The company was severely hit by U.S. sanctions on China's cotton crop.
But I was mostly keen to observe working conditions inside the factory. 7,000 employees work here. 95%, I was told, belong to ethnic minorities, mostly Uyghurs. Timing was rather tight. A Han ethnic lady, one of a handful in this factory, caught my eye. Yang turns 50 this year. She's worked in this factory for 8 years, her longest ever job. She said she heard from other people that the salary is decent here, and that's why she came here to work. If she weren't employed here, I asked her what else she would do.
If not for this job, well, we aren't very educated and cultured, so we can only take on jobs like these. Whatever orders we have to finish them. In one shift, I can wrap over 300 yarns like these.
Just footsteps away, a Uyghur man hard at work also caught my eye. Just like Yang, he told me he got this job via a recruitment ad, and that it's voluntary.
I've worked here for 10 years. I work up to 6 days a week and earn about 4,500 yuan a month.
Abdul Rahim says he used to be a farmer and did not earn much. Both him and his wife work in the factory and live just minutes away. They count for 30% of employees who live outside the factory's quarters.
Our equipment is very advanced, so you could say what we require from our staff members is more flexible. After basic training, they can master the equipment in 1 to 3 months' time and quickly start work.
Huafu Fashion has been around for 27 years. Lee says the company made a net loss for the very first time last year, mostly due to U.S. sanctions and the COVID-19 pandemic.
But our profits are gradually recovering, almost to the levels we had before we were placed on the entity list. Previously, a majority of our business came from foreign brands. Now we've turned that ratio around to domestic Chinese brands.
Lee says his factory produced over 90,000 tons of cotton yarn in 2020. That's expected to hit 120,000 this year and rise to 160,000 tons in 2022, an almost 70% jump in just 2 years. Wei Lynn Tang, CGTN, Aksu City, Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region.